So welcome to day 4 of our Twitter course, and we're going to start today. Well, this whole day is about searching and doing research, and we're going to start with using a website subdomain here called search.twitter.com. If you are at your homepage of your Twitter profile, you will see that there is the ability to search right at the top. But search.twitter.com is a little bit more extensive, and I want to show you some of the basics as to how you can use a Twitter search. So the easiest way to do it is just come right into this field here like you would in any search engine and search for things that you're interested in. So let's just do some basic searches like we'll just pick random things here like BMW. So we can pick that item, search for it. And then it's going to give us a list of people who have mentioned the word BMW in their tweets. And now what you'll see happening here is that the, um, the results that come up at the very top are the ones that have been retweeted the most. So this guy just says he saw something with a license plate, and I'm getting 5 more results since I started searching. So people are mentioning BMW a lot. However, if you look here, the original tweet was 3 days ago, but there have been 10 recent retweets, whereas this person here was saying something about BMW 20 seconds ago. And if we refresh, let's see what some of the new people are saying. So there we go. There's just lots of stuff happening around the topic of BMW. How this can work for you, whether you're talking about just socializing or marketing, you can start entering keywords that are of interest to you or your market and see what people are talking about and just get your finger on the pulse of what is happening in the world right now on that subject. You could take this a step further and say something like BMW recalls, or just recall, take away the S. And so here we go, BMW to recall certain units. And again, if you're into the BMW market, then you might want to know about these recalls that are happening. But it's great because you get this stuff right away as people are talking about it. You don't necessarily, if you go to Google and search for it, these results aren't necessarily found, although Google's now being able to search Twitter, so they are becoming more tightly integrated. But I like Twitter because it's tapping into the conversation right as it happens. Now let's go back to search.twitter.com, and let's say we searched for something else. Let's search for Doberman. So if you're a dog lover and you have a Doberman, maybe you want to see what people are saying about Dobermans. So it's not always in English, obviously. So this works well for you if you do speak multiple languages or do business in other countries. So here's somebody saying they have a training video, Doberman puppy training, and they actually link you right to their video, or so I assume. And that was tweeted out an hour ago. There was one here about a half minute ago, but you can see this one isn't quite as busy as BMW, but there's still people talking about the breed of Doberman, and there's things going on here. So again, you could get more information. Let's take this one a step further. What if we did Doberman health? If you're a dog owner and you have a Doberman, maybe you want to see how you can keep them more healthy. And so here's Imperfect Dog Owner Dog Review Book, vitamin supplement that you can give to your dog. So again, some pretty cool information coming back. Marketer or not a marketer, this is information that you can parse through and use to your advantage. So that is how to use search.twitter.com just straight from the home page here. Now there's also an advanced search that I do want to point out, because this can help you get a little bit more, help you drill down into certain searches and help you find even more people to talk to, which we can again dive into as we go along here. But now, instead of just searching for a specific word that you want, you can now group things. I want all of these words, or an exact phrase, or there's hashtags, all kinds of different things. You can specify it by the language you're speaking and so on. Focus on people if you want, and if you scroll down a little further here, focus on places near a certain city or town or location, or within, let's say 15 miles or kilometers of where I live or where my clients live. And when it comes to marketing, this is great. If you have a local service that's geared towards a local town, then you can search for particular needs or keywords just in that area. And if somebody happens to tweet about it, then you can respond to those people, and you may be a local provider of that service. You have a client right there in Twitter. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that on this 4th day here. But for now, just to show you some of the advanced features, You can search by dates. You can search by attitudes. So if somebody has, these are just sort of like what text fields that people use when they speak. If they put a happy face like this, it means they're happy about something. I won my game tonight, and they put a happy face, or I lost my game tonight, they put a sad face. You can search with a question mark. If somebody's asking a question around your keyword, maybe you want to answer that question and get to know that person, identify yourself as an expert. And then you can say, I want the search to contain links, or you can uncheck it. Then it won't force you to change to check for links. You can include retweets or not include retweets, and how many results per page do you want. So it can get really, really in depth here. So let's actually do an example of what we want to search for. So let's do a search here for anybody mentioning karate, kung fu, or I guess kung fu is 2 words. Karate, kung fu, or judo. And we'll leave everything else as is, but let's actually narrow it down to people who are in the Chicago area, and maybe even asking a question about those sports. So that gives us, we want somebody with a question mark mentioning karate, kung fu, or judo within 15 miles of Chicago, and we'll do a search. And so we came back really quick, and we got results. Now the latest result is 12 hours ago, so it's not something that's happening in Chicago all the time. But if I scroll down here, there's certainly enough people talking about it within the last day or two, which is still pretty current, and that's good. So let's actually see what's coming back here. So kung fu, somebody's just being funny there. Nothing here looks too, well, here's one. What's your favorite kung fu flick? And this guy's from Chicago, Illinois. So if you're marketing kung fu, well, you could at least start chatting with this guy saying, I love Bruce Lee movies, right? So that's the way these kind of things work. And with Twitter and your searches, it can actually be done really well. You can also take a look up here at the top and see exactly how Twitter searched for this. And over time, you'll get better at looking at these commands and even beginning to tweak them yourself, which we can look at in a more advanced lesson.